cannot believe this dude, John Henry Irons, just does not know that I am Superman. I saved you. You tried to kill me. You're standing here before me with Lois, and you still ain't made the connection. I do not understand. Oh, hey, everybody. Sorry. What's up? Black guy number 4 here. E
What
here.
up, y'all? We back at it
Another
again.
Superman and Lois review,
Yes,
episode
sir.
8 spoiler review.
Yes, sir.
Let's go on ahead and get into this man in disguise.
Let's get it.
So we want to go on ahead and hit up the beginning right here with E telling us a little bit about the beginning of the episode. He had some feelings there.
Alrighty. So, man, you know what? I like this episode. I enjoyed a little bit the beginning of it. I like the
Okay.
family, the family connection. When we first get Superman and Clark, as you have it, and we get Lois,
Uh-huh.
we get Jonathan, we get Jordan,
Yeah.
all outside fixing the truck because you remember the last episode that we had, you guys, truck was wrecked.
Nah, we get Superman fixing the truck.
Well, he's Clark right now.
Yeah,
you know,
but I mean Clark can't fix the truck.
Kal-El. Let's go with Kal-El then. All right, let's go with that. We get Kal-El
Okay.
fixing the truck. Fixing the body work, and it's amazing.
Clark
It's
fixing
crazy.
the
It's
truck.
crazy. It's crazy. You could tell this how powerful this man is. This man is just this truck is full metal, and he's just doing it like it's like literally plastic or fiberglass. Just pushing it in, pushing the top of the hood in,
Uh-huh.
pushing the other part. Jordan's helping out a little bit.
He's moving and bending and breaking and shaping that metal just like you shaped Jody.
Exactly. So everything is just all come together. You know what I'm saying? We get Jonathan trying to help, and what's crazy about that is like we had the first episode that we had it is Jonathan was the kid who was basically not say scholar, but who was doing everything that was good, had a good opportunity, had friends and all that. Now
He was the more liked brother.
the more
Yeah.
better son.
Yeah.
How about that?
Oh,
let's,
wow.
let's
Okay,
go. Let's
sure.
go with that.
All right, yeah, we're going better son. He was the better son. All right, let's go. Yeah.
So now we get Jonathan, who is now the outsider.
Mhm.
He feels like he's more the outsider because
Mhm.
Jordan has the connection more with his father because they have the same abilities.
Mhm.
They are, Jordan has been to the cave of Fortress. You know what I mean?
Yeah. There you go. You finally got it right.
He has a ocular vision. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
He's Clark has been teaching him how to basically control his abilities. And we get Jonathan,
Yeah.
who hasn't learned any of that. He never had opportunity
It's more
to
like
that.
Jonathan
no power
helping him
this.
control his abilities,
well,
but
That's true. But, Jonathan starting to feel like an outsider. And we see that even more deeper in this. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
And it kind of hit me where it's like it's like a reverse. It's reverse. But I like the family connection. But it really hit me now where Jonathan is starting to see, like, damn, things are starting to be different. And that for the kid who had everything is now that has like now with the family is starting to have nothing. It's crazy.
Absolutely. He's beginning to feel vulnerable. I mean, he's shown moments of being vulnerable, but in those moments he becomes super
Yeah.
and supports his brother in these situations, or he's unknowingly supporting his dad in these moments. Sometimes
Exactly.
mom too. So he's been more super in a sense than his brother, even though he has no powers.
Exactly.
And I can appreciate that. But now he's really showing how vulnerable he actually feels in this situation.
Yeah.
But before you go into his vulnerabilities, it really does start off with Lois.
Yeah.
We had this scene, right? I think it was actually right at the beginning with her inside of a room with another lady, someone who was a friend of the family's, and she goes to talk to her.
I believe psychiatrist.
You can say
Yeah.
she's a psychiatrist.
Yeah.
I didn't get her name.
I
but
forgot.
she's in there.
I forgot. Lindsay.
We're not gonna worry about it.
Oh,
She's
no,
a friend she's a friend of her dad.
Yeah.
So that's what we're gonna go with. And she's discussing some trauma that she's going through, and the trauma ended up being Natalie.
Now you know what? When this scene right here, when she kept talking about, I felt like I said something.
Who is Natalie?
Yeah.
I don't know who Natalie is.
Natalie, we find out Natalie is Lois Lane's daughter, which was crazy, which we saw in the past, well, in the other Earth.
In the other universe.
But we wasn't never expecting that, just because it was in that universe does not mean that it was going to be in this universe.
Mhm.
So it was crazy to find out that was Natalie is Lois Lane's grandmother's name. So to find out that this same, even from another universe, is the same person was like, wow, that was a hitter. And then not even that Clark and Lois was finna have another baby. Baby number 3.
This was going to be baby number 3. It was going to be a daughter. Going to be named Natalie.
Natalie.
After the grandma. And it hit her hard. But like many people, including myself, and I don't know about you because I ain't going to put you in the same category because, you know, you a tough G. You from the streets. You from the hood and everything. That you deal with a lot of emotions, feelings, and trauma by doing something else.
Oh, yeah.
So
yeah.
Lois was keeping herself busy while dealing with this, or essentially while not dealing with this. And in this moment with her son inside of what she was calling the murder van, she ended up having
the creepyville, the creepmobile.
The creepmobile, the murder van. It's getting a whole. It's getting
been a lot of names on this car.
It's getting as many nicknames as John Henry Irons in himself. He ends up inside of this situation where he's trying to extend himself even more so because, like you said earlier, he feels like he's weak. He's the one who ain't doing anything. He wants to be more useful. Ain't nobody. Yep. He feels the least useful of all people in the family right now.
Yep.
So he goes back inside the van, and the van is like, I don't know who you are.
Yeah, we get.
And you're gonna die.
Yeah, we get him learning more about John Henry Irons. We see him, you know, he's typing it up, you know, looking at, you know, seeing his basically almost sister.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, he like, dang, you know, you seem like you were cool. I would love to met you. And then he wants to look in more deeper, and he types it in and find out more about his father in the other Earth, and sees that
he finds out about the other Superman.
No.
I know how you feel. You was trying to say it was some Zack Snyder stuff last week.
Hey, it was on that shit. Hey,
here's how we gonna do it. We ain't gonna go completely connected. We just gonna say there was a guy in a black suit who happened to be Superman in another universe who was killing folks.
What that sound
including his mom. Which, yeah, but you tried to say that Superman was his dad. We ain't gonna go there.
All right.
So that's where I'm getting you right now. You can't say that right now.
All right.
We don't even know because
if he met Lois or
all
not.
we've seen is that there was a daughter on that side.
We don't even know if that Superman.
We don't know if he got 2 kids on that side.
That's true.
2 or 3 kids. We just know he had a daughter on that side.
That's true.
So
that's true. I give it to you on that.
That's where we going. I ain't letting you go that far. All right, but you are correct. This dude has Jonathan has gone inside the murder van. He's realized that, oh crap, that Superman killed our mom, and he did some crazy stuff on that side. Starts looking around, snooping, and he finds some weapons inside there. And Vicky, I call her Vicky because that's the only thing I need to call her. Vicky is small wonder. Decides that you don't belong here. I'm going to get rid of you. He has to get rescued. And Superman is in there, saves him. Lois goes off, goes back into the therapy session.
Yep.
Crazy situation.
It was bananas. You know, as soon as Jonathan saw that Dark Superman kill Lois, it seems like right after he saw it, he was you know, hyperventilating. He was freaking out.
Yeah.
And he started looking for weapons. So, but my thing is like, are you looking for weapons to be, you know, protect yourself from Superman? Or are you looking for weapons because you feel like you're weak? Because as soon as he saw that Dark Superman, he got scared. Why are you looking for weapons, bro? He said, I'm looking for weapons to not feel weaker. That he seemed like he was looking for weapons to protect himself from Superman.
I just feel like the side of him that's his granddad just kind of kicked in, where you might be a little bit right. Like, I'm going to find myself a weapon that can be useful. I don't know who I'm going to have to use
Either
it on.
Either from Jordan. Maybe from Jordan.
I mean,
I think it's from Jordan.
I'm not going to say
or his dad.
I'm not going to say his first thought was his dad or his brother, but definitely for any type of threat that comes along.
I think he knows about his brother going to go. I think he knows his brother going to go sideways.
If somewhere down the road those threat happens to be his brother, okay.
Broke my arm.
Now, I don't think he's going to be able to say, I got this weapon out of a murder van that should definitely handle my dad. Now, I don't even think he's going that far. But it put him in a bad situation. He got screamed at by mom, and he let them know how he felt, and she said some things that were what parents do. They sometimes can go over the edge with their words, not because they are pissed and upset with you, but because they
got trauma,
care, and have trauma, and they don't want to lose you.
Yeah.
So sometimes they say the wrong thing at the wrong time for the right reason.
Yeah.
If you get what I'm saying.
That's true.
And it's a crazy thing.
That's true.
We've been through this. I hope you've been through it. If you haven't been through it, I congratulate you. I want to say, can I borrow your parents for like 2 days?
I think our
maybe they
audience
got like $7 million for me too.
I think our audience, everybody in the world, have been through some type of trauma, or their parents have been through some type of trauma, and it's crazy and it hurts because all of us, especially me, I've been through trauma myself, and it's not good. It's a work in progress to get over, to heal from. I'm still trying to heal from it to this day, and it's difficult. You know what I mean? So, when people lash out and say certain things, they don't really mean what they say, but that's why you should be careful with your words. And we got here that Lois Lane was not careful with her words.
But E, you've been talking about, man, Lois Lane needs to step back. She needs to chill. She's taking too much of a lead.
Yeah, she was.
And they
she
put
kinda
her in a situation where she's doing her thing. She's doing the investigative thing you want to do and she loves.
Yeah. Being a reporter,
she can't do anything to save her son.
Yeah. You know what? You when our last video that we did, you gave me some insights that some things that some parents do, that some parents are some protective, some ways, some people are controlling, and then this kind of broke down of why Lois Lane is very controlling. Why is she acting the way she did? Because her being at the psychiatrist kind of explained to us a little bit more on why she act the way she is, why she do what she do, and it kind of told us not just because her father is a general or a colonel, we see a little bit more of because of her child. She lost her kid, and it makes more sense of why this person is overprotective, why this person sometimes is is very vindictive, very dark, twisted, because this woman has been through so many situations where that trauma she has not healed from.
She doesn't want to lose.
She don't want to let go. It's hard for her to let go. So she said it. She said,
and she thinks it's her fault.
Yeah, all the time. And I get that. I get that because like I said, I've been through trauma, and it's a lot of things that I've been through, and I feel like it was my fault. In reality, it's not my fault. And shout out to the doctor for telling her that it's not her fault. You know what I'm saying? Some things you can't help. It should never have been happen. It could happen. We wish things we could be fixed, but it's not your fault.
And even in that moment, the doctor didn't tell her. The doctor made sure that she got what was wrong out.
Yeah.
And then helped her with that. So sometimes you have to actually get what is going on with you out so you can get the help. Please take that little nugget, little Superman and Lois nugget. Thank you for this. I appreciate it.
Superman told her.
And then even at the end, when she had that discussion with her son, just letting him know. Because I can understand how he doesn't remember. He was 1 year old, a year and 6 months at the time.
Yeah.
Oh,
he was still a baby. Him and his
my
Jordan,
goodness.
yeah, they're both babies. Yeah,
I was gonna have a little sister. Okay,
it makes
got
sense
it.
now. Yeah.
So that's why you acted the way you were with me. Now in that moment though, I get it. It was a TV show. I didn't like how quick it happened.
Yeah.
Because usually, and I know for me, I wasn't as understanding in a certain situation.
Right.
But I get it and I understand it now. Even maybe a few hours later, there's still that. Leave me alone.
What's going on? Yeah. I totally
You're still fighting with that person in your head.
Yeah, definitely.
But it was definitely appreciated. Now, speaking of trauma and things going on, I know what you want to hit, but let's go on ahead and hit this situation right here, where you have the Cushings doing their thing.
Oh yeah.
Where are we at right here? We got the Cushings. You got Dad, who has decided to incorporate himself even more so in his daughter's life. I appreciate him making this attempt. The Cushing's got a whole bunch of stuff going on.
Kind of forced her a little bit. I mean, she really didn't want to do it because she kept saying, I don't want to. She was like, did you talk? I forgot the guy's name. Did you talk to so-and-so about me doing music again? He like, oh, we know you were good at it. You were good at it. Come on. You was a good singer. You was in a choir for 5 years.
Yeah.
You was doing this. She was like, yeah, but that's like, being around like singing them with a whole group. I'm by myself. I'm not comfortable like that. And they kind of forced her to do it, which, some parents, that's mostly a parent thing that they normally do, and kids hate that. You know, you never force your kid to do something they don't want to do. But it kind of worked out.
Clean your room.
It kind of. I mean,
I know. I'm messing with you. I'm messing with you. Go.
But I mean, it's kind of like they forced her a little bit. Dad was more like he was more excited, but you kind of tell that he was a little bit going through some things himself. So this is what more of the music thing came on.
You mean like he was going through a moment like this where Leslie Lars is
Woo!
inside of
broke his heart
inside the picture. And, oh wow, we're sorry you turned down this special opportunity to be a leader.
Yep.
What you talking about? I don't know what you're talking about.
Really?
Leader?
Really?
Hey, leader?
I never said that.
Let me go talk to my wife. Talks to his wife, ends up finding
Flips out though. I get the anger because I mean to find something like that.
Yeah, but he was misled
and
though.
She was protecting him though, and he doesn't know that. And I understand why she's protecting him because he's an idiot. He's an idiot, and I say that because he never wants to hear the truth. He thinks Morgan Edge is the savior, and everyone is telling him
they are
that he's not. Morgan Edge is not the savior, and he's still.
No, that's just Lois.
He's still. I mean, Clark kind of told him too.
That ain't everybody.
You know, Clark told him too. And,
they ain't been there.
And he still just they don't. You don't get it. Morgan Edge is he's trying to help us out. He's trying to get jobs, bro. You got a job. You talking about help you get a job. You're a firefighter. You always got a job. You always you have a career. You talking about your bros, your boys.
But he wants to be.
He wants to be more.
He wants to be more and included in the rebuilding of Smallville. Essentially, he wants to make Smallville better. And that's what he sees as an opportunity. He wants to be a part of that. I can understand he don't want to miss out on that. That's all he knows.
Well, he wants to be better. He don't want to just be the firefighter. He wants to be a better person. But he was misled
by Leslie Lars' words. Yeah. He was told that you didn't take the opportunity. You weren't picked. That's
you
not.
You got skills. You had great skills.
That's not what was told to her.
No.
His wife didn't want to choose him.
Because she knew something was up.
No, but that wasn't even before Lois. Before that was happening, as she was picking folks, she was still trying to figure out exactly how or who or what to pick. But after she had made her decisions, then Morgan Edge came like, oh, what about your husband?
Yeah, well, that's
like I'm surprised you didn't pick him.
That's when Lois started kind of talking to her because I think she would have picked her husband. I think because she talked to Lois, Lois told her a little bit more and she's seen some things. That's why it's kind of like, okay, I don't want my husband to be poor at his because I think if Morgan Edge was like really good on the line. I think that she would have chosen her because remember
that one is simple right there.
She was about to turn it down. She was going to turn it down. She wanted him to take it.
She doesn't want the husband to be extra super close as far as her work environment.
I don't think that's the case.
Yeah, sometimes that happens.
That's true, but I don't think that's the case. I think
I'm making up an excuse.
I think it's more because the simple fact that she knows that Morgan Edge is sketchy, and she don't want her husband being a part of the stuff that's actually going on. I think that that if it was more. To it that she first of all she didn't want the position that Morgan Edge gave her. She wanted her husband to take it.
Mm-hmm.
And her husband, said he was hurt that Morgan Edge gave it to her, not him, because he pushed the issue to Morgan Edge. And she had to crush his heart just for him to give up the idea because he wanted this. He wanted this, and I get it though. I get you want to be more.
And in the process of crushing his heart, what does he do?
He go drinks. He's an alcoholic.
He crushes somebody else's heart.
He's an alcoholic. Crushes his daughter's heart.
He crushes somebody else's heart. It was another. This was really the
shout out to the simp.
This was definitely
simp
the
did a good
parenting
job.
Episode. And who else is there?
The simp, the whiner baby, the bitch boy.
Yeah. Go ahead. Put your dollar.
Oh yeah. I forgot about that. Yeah. The little clown man. He comes and help out, come to the rescue. The simp. Even his brother had to tell him, "Hey man, what you doing? Oh, I came to support or whatever. Yeah, what's that? Oh yeah, just little flowers or whatever, bro. You're in the friends list, bro. Like you're in the rejection list. You ain't getting in there.
Yeah, but I mean that don't stop a dude from trying sometimes. But
too hard.
The whole thing is that Daddy wasn't there. And she comes back after accomplishing something still without him, though she wanted him there.
Yeah.
She was like, I'm finally giving in to this interaction with you. You're not there. And she finds him at the house, drinks all on the table. Yep. You don't
him still in his feelings.
You don't do this, E. Yeah. If anything, when you are an adult and you're working with kids, whether it's your kids, somebody else's kids, your niece, nephew, whatever. You say something, you got to do it.
I agree.
You don't disappoint
Your
kids.
word is all you have, bro.
You disappoint those kids, and you're going to have her looking at you like this, disappointed. Arms were crossed, ACD. Oh, she was definitely in her emo rock mood, too.
She knows her daddy is a mess up. She thought he could do better, but she knew it. You know, she knows her dad messes up all the time. And she's like she said, I'm tired of making excuses. He's like, I'm so sorry. I should have been there for you. You know, I had some bad news and I couldn't handle it because I'm a simp. And I couldn't, you know, I just couldn't do it. It hurt me so hard. So I had to get a bottle and keep drinking and drinking to brawl out my feelings. And she said it. She said, you know what? I can't keep hearing your excuses.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
She said
You,
she pretty
you
much
let
said
me down too
she
much
said-
already.
She said, "You do you.
I'ma do me."
That's pretty much what she said. It was a moment right there.
Pretty much.
So we got two things as far as trauma. You got one who feels weak and vulnerable
Yep.
in Jonathan.
Yep.
And then you got one in Sarah who just feels like a child who's lost,
Yep.
unfit to like be the child of these parents, or doesn't feel loved at all.
That's why she feel connected to Jonathan so much.
So yeah, those things that are going on and playing in their head. Now this is the part I know you wanted to hit so bad. You wanted to hit the investigative scene here and everything that was going on around
yeah.
Superman.
Oh yeah. So we finally
And
seen
Mr.
I love to see when Superman do some Superman stuff. Now
Uh-huh.
in this scene, I did not like him being in the shadows. That's
Well,
more
again,
like,
that wasn't Superman who was doing stuff like you said. That was Kal-El. He was fixing the truck. Superman.
yeah, but I'm in this scene right here, we get Superman, and
Uh-huh.
I didn't like the scene where he was sitting there when he came and they pulled him in, and he's sitting there in the shadows like that's some Batman stuff. That's not a
You
Superman,
got that
know,
vibe
yeah.
too, huh?
I'm like, what's going
you
on
got
here,
that
bro?
vibe too.
That's
Okay,
not
it wasn't just
Sup-
me. All right,
Superman's
okay.
gonna be in
All
the
right, we was
light.
on the
He's not gonna
same
be in the
page.
dark, bro. What's going on here? And
He was waiting. That's all. He was just waiting.
him,
I'm
you know,
letting it
telling
slide.
him, you're gonna tell me what I need to know, no matter what. Basically, like you're gonna tell me what I need to know.
Mhm.
That's more Batman than Superman. Now, I did not like that. It's a lot of Superman references in this episode, but I didn't like how that scene was. It kind of went Superman when he said, you know, when John said, "You did it to my family," he said, "But that's not me. I would never turn on them. I care for these. I care for the people too much to do that."
I mean, that's
was more
definitely-
Superman. That
yeah,
was Superman.
That was fun. I mean, besides the just initial walking into the room and he's kind of in a dark corner area, that was the only part that made it felt like, okay, it's Batman and Joker moment.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
that was a moment that I
other
got.
than that, no, it was everything.
Where
else
are
felt
they?
like- yeah, everything else felt more like Superman to me.
Exactly. Yeah. So, I mean, when I get this scene, you know, it's still crazy. I understand that John Henry Irons is angry and upset, but even the AI told him
Mm-hmm.
this Superman is not the same
I mean,
Superman
he's
from
got
another world.
he's
This is
got
a whole
real
nother.
legit
This is a whole
reason,
nother
though.
world.
I mean, he's got a legit reason. Look at this. Look at what he's lost. He's lost this.
But
He's lost his mixed
I
relationship.
get that, and I get the anger and the frustration and you know the revenge. But you still have not did your research to find out what this Superman. Now he said the other Superman in my world did good too,
Mm-hmm.
but he turned when the other Kryptonians.
Yeah,
but
all
he
of a
did-
sudden more Kryptonians showed up.
But if you see this Superman is doing the total opposite from what you see from your world, you should be like, wait a minute, maybe I could be wrong. You know, the more he keeps talking about, let me talk to Lois, he's betraying her, and that's why Superman said, he said, John said, let me talk to Lois. She don't want to talk to you. That's not your place to tell me that.
And
yes,
he was-
basically, yes, it
and
is.
he was given his chance towards the latter part of this episode. He's done talking with him because he ain't giving him any
ain't
more
giving no
information
answer, yeah.
because he wants to talk to Lois.
Yeah.
I gotta talk to Lois.
I don't want to talk to nobody else. I'm not telling y'all nothing about
Lois.
what's going on until Lois comes.
And then we get hit with 7734, and
Seven.
I was disappointed.
Yeah, me too. It was crazy to
I
see.
was let down.
Like, you know, it was crazy to see that we get that soldier who told a colonel. Now, one thing about this in the military, what I learned when I have family members in the military, no matter if you a captain, if you're a major cannot talk crazy to a colonel,
Mm-hmm.
not even a general. A colonel can't talk crazy to a general, and a major can't
Okay,
talk
so
crazy to
I got it. You're supposed to respect
so
the ranks.
for the guy, I forgot his name, who
Soldier number one, whatever.
told the general, granddad, aka granddad,
Uh-huh.
that no disrespect, but I'm going in there and handle it anyway. I'm gonna go get my stuff. If he tells you, I want him to go to the cell, you're supposed to follow orders because
Mhm.
you are a soldier.
He likes his job.
He basically,
likes
you
to
know,
torture
he
folks.
basically told, you know, basically, yeah, he loves to torture folks, and this is why I didn't feel sorry for him. Honestly, I didn't feel sorry for him dying. when
Oh, you mean that?
yeah, when that scene when he told him, hey, stop being this. You need to just sit back and let me do my thing. The problem with you. You always want to you always want to follow, or you always want to listen to orders. Sometimes you just gotta fall back.
I do like how I haven't necessarily throughout this show figured, oh yeah, that person's got superpowers.
Yeah, yeah.
That person right there.
That
guy right there said, yeah, the short dude got powers.
I thought the tall dude, to be honest, I thought he was more of a.
No, we already got a tall dude who powers.
Yeah, but I thought he would have been more of the reign of Kryptonian, power than the short dude was. I didn't get that from him. I thought maybe he was going to be. I thought the tall dude was going to beat the shit out of him, and then take it. So basically, or whatever, like literally take John.
That did not happen.
That did not happen. He was like, the problem with you? Nothing. That was fun. I ain't gonna lie. When I seen that was funny. I was laughing. That was funny. But to see John Henry Irons looking scared as heck. Oh, that had me going like, yeah. All that stuff you talk about the Kryptonians, but you still afraid.
More surprised than scared for me. More
I killed.
Oh, you're one of them too.
He was surprised, but he was more afraid. That was fear that he saw in his eyes.
Okay, sure.
And
all right.
And especially when he saw that, them that red eye glow, he was snap.
Yeah, he could have taken them out right there, but he got a mission.
What's up with that voice though that they did, man? That you think you're the one, like they switching up that was crazy to me. But for him to go in there, and, we get them, he's telling him, hey man, if you want to get out of here, this is not the way to go. I know this whole base. Well,
we gotta have something set up so that we can see Superman take some gas.
So this part right here, I like this scene, and I'm gonna tell you why. I like this scene because we get Granddad, aka Colonel Lane, aka General Lane, basically Colonel Lane, and we get him telling him, yeah, look, you can't go in there. He told him the truth. Look, there's Kryptonian gas. There's all type of stuff in there. If you go in there, you're gonna die. Basically, you're gonna die. And he could have been like, you know what? Damn. All right. Let me go ahead and get a hazmat suit. Let me get you got a super shield I can cover. All I need is a mask. No. You know what he did? He did Superman because he is Superman.
I'm really upset you downplaying that Superman's gonna ask for another suit.
Hey man, you got.
I think for you, that's your CW effect.
Hey, Superman. I thought he would have been like, hey man, he need a mask.
What he needed a Hulk buster?
Hey man, they did that in the Superman animated adventures. I thought they, put him something on or whatever, because it's radioactive. It would kill him. So he goes up in there,
weaken him,
and basically or whatever, what's going on? Where is he? He's thinking Superman is thinking it's John Henry Irons, and he's like, oh, him? Oh, he's nothing. He ain't. I'm the one that's the problem, and he shoots him with kryptonite gas, which messes him up. Was supposed to mess up his respiratory system, and
it made him weak. Yeah, he's coughing and he's dealing with it.
But he handled it though. He when he shot that gas, he kind of got away. He kind of got away. Put that cape up.
Nah, this was the most human fight of all the fights so far in this show. And it really felt more like they were doing this to me instead of, I've doused you with kryptonite, I'm going to handle you.
Yeah. He kicked him. He said that Superman wasn't his mission.
And
he said you should be joining us.
Yeah, that ended up doing this to him. That screwed him over. He did his job, I guess, and was mission over everything, and ended up getting himself stabbed with a kryptonite spear.
John Henry Irons, you gotta watch out for him. He'll get you in the back.
So he was pretty much just standing in the corner like, hey, I'm totally fine with either one of y'all dying. It's no problem. No problem here. No problem at all. One of y'all can go.
Watch both of y'all die.
One of y'all finish each other off, and then I'm going to come clean up anyway.
Yep.
Because next thing you know, he finishes off this dude, Sergeant, whatever, Ross said, right? If you can see it on there. But then he ends up having him on the ground like so.
Now,
I'm not sure.
I'm going to say it right here. John Henry Irons talks so much crap. He talks about, I killed Kryptonians, I did this, but he has to weaken them. This dude make it look like
that. Of course, they're Kryptonians.
But he made it seem like that he kills them at full power. He's afraid. But
Okay,
he's
so he's
afraid.
got a way of dealing with them.
He's afraid. He's afraid. Like so, when this man talks a lot of shit, but he don't back up a lot of his shit. I just say that. Oh damn.
Two.
I gotta get used to this.
Two. Yeah.
So he don't back up a lot of his stuff. So I feel like especially when the scene where we see him with the red when he did the ship with the everything with the red light. He had to weaken Superman to make him basically human. He could have fought him regular. He had to hit him with the hammer.
Mm-hmm.
That was weak to me. When I found out that Superman
That's
was
his
basically
thing, though.
low power, he had no power, and he was fighting. That was weak to me. But he was saying, now, it was like this on my earth. I could finally get my revenge, but you're killing the wrong man. You're trying to kill the wrong man. And shout out to Lois for saving Superman.
Yeah, Superman is saved by Lois in this situation. Just as Superman saves their son, and the son saves Superman, now Lois steps in right on time to save Superman.
The military was going to kill. The military was going to kill him, though. They was going to kill.
Moment. He was
John.
definitely about to be going bye-bye in this moment right
They were
here.
going to shoot John if Lois didn't really come in that room. They was going to shoot. Granddad said already, if you don't see anybody with without the red cape, take them out.
Now, I would have to say this is not my favorite episode. The parenting stuff and that dynamic I totally appreciate.
Right.
It made this episode worth watching, but I would definitely say this is not one of my favorite episodes.
Not my number one.
Little bit too much on the human
Not my
aspect.
top five, but
as well as including since you love this dark Superman, including this moment right here. This moment right here. It grinded my gears.
We get
as
this.
Peter Griffin would say.
Okay, let me know how you feel about this. About you say, and I'll tell you my issue.
I felt I was absolutely annoyed with it because
How so?
he is a Superman still, even though he's in the other universe.
Right.
And this was just a blast shield, as was stated when John Henry Irons was getting away.
Right.
So you're telling me you couldn't break this blast shield?
I totally would have thought about that, bro. I was thinking that same crap.
So,
why is he not breaking this glass?
And it made me call back the comment one of the people in our last episode actually said, and you have discussed with me off camera,
right?
Where in Supergirl's show, Superman seemed weaker than Supergirl,
right?
And this felt like a callback to that, even though I haven't actually watched that. I haven't watched that, so it absolutely frustrated and annoyed me seeing that. Okay, we got two Supermen, and you got one over here who can't essentially break glass or super plastic. That was bothersome to me right
The
there.
heat vision didn't even go through. It's heat, bro. That should burnt that whole thing. So, yeah, this Dark Superman, it looked like another... It seemed like it's a lot of hitbacks to that, you know what I mean? It's like, when we get the Superman with I really hope y'all with his family,
don't do this anymore.
With his family, he's super strong. I think the one that we got is stronger than the Dark Superman.
Yeah, that's what it made me feel like too.
He's stronger than him.
This universe's Superman with Jonathan and Jordan and Lois is stronger than the one in John Henry Irons' universe.
And I say that because once again, back again in 7-7, when he got dosed with that kryptonite, he could have been on the ground. He could have been, falling. What he did was he lifted up his cape. He walked away, lifted up his cape, and then he hears the guy telling John, "Let's go," and he literally super speed and knocked him against the wall.
Now here's
and he crushes the kid.
Here's the other knock, which I mentioned in the introduction, which just makes me laugh. It's a knock, but I get it. Those glasses are one of the top tier disguises in the world. You still don't know that?
Yeah, bro. I think about that all the time.
This dude right here, you still don't know that this is Clark Kent, who is Superman, who is married to Lois. And you know how I love how they continue to play it off too. I loved it. It was cute. It was sweet. Okay,
same hairstyle, I got no curl, nothing. Like same everything.
Mrs. Kent.
I still just because
that was his way of saying no. I'm not Clark Kent. I'm not really. Mrs. Kent.
Just because I don't, just because you, it look like you back, you look like you safe now. Everything you look like you basically back to normal, somewhat. He said, just because I see, it was like, yeah, you know, I feel like it's a sign of fate where, or like a fate where, if it's really a war coming, we may need your help. Just because just because I helped you, don't mean I'm a fight with you. He said, that's fine. Well, when you're ready, you know where to find me. He looked at Lois. Like, don't go to the military. Don't go nowhere else. You know how to find me. And then we get him.
You mean here on this farm?
Yeah.
You mean the one that
no,
Clark Kent lives on?
Don't come back to my farm, but go to Lois. Basically, like, yeah, like, go to Lois. Mrs. Kent, and then take off. The takeoff was kind of like weak to me. I thought it could have been a little better, but you know, it is what it is.
So yes, I definitely have the feelings that at the end of this episode, we're eventually going to find out who is Superman. We're going to find out, but
I got a theory.
We're going to wait. We're going to wait. Yeah, we got a few more episodes to go to figure out exactly who Superman is.
I got one theory before we get out of here.
One theory?
One theory.
Okay, you better stay during the outro. You got 20 seconds.
All right. So look, this theory. Is the kryptonite, the kryptonite stuff, where basically I feel that kryptonite is basically going to give